Let the voting begin. Americans head to the polls this morning in the most anticipated, consequential, and expensive midterm election in generations.
Everything we have achieved is at stake.
The character of this country is on the ballot.
Both parties pulling out all the stops for their final pitches. The president and his agenda driving the national conversation. So will Americans vote with him or against him?
If we don't do so well tomorrow, they will put me on the ticket. If we do great tomorrow, they will say he had nothing to do with it.
What's at stake? Control of Congress, Democrats battling to win it back, Republicans fighting to stay in power.
We are going to win this race.
We know what's at stake.
Record early voting coast to coast, making key races impossible to predict. Storms a potential issue for today's turnout as America gets set to decide the nation's shape and direction. Today, Election Day, Tuesday, November 6th, 2018.
From NBC News, this is a special edition of Today, The Vote, America's Future, with Savannah Guthrie and Hoda Kotb, live from Studio 1A in Rockefeller Plaza.
And welcome to Today. Thank you for joining us on this Tuesday morning. It is Election Day. You can feel the buzz in the air a little.
You can. We're here at NBC's election headquarters. This is where the action is until late into the night, and so much at stake in our midterm elections.
Roker was saying that he went to vote early this morning. The lines were already long, so a lot of voting going on early this morning. We're going to set the stage for what is sure to be a dramatic day and evening ahead. There are 470 seats up for grabs in Congress, 35 in the Senate, and all 435 in the House.
Democrats would need to flip a net of 23 House seats, turn them from red to blue, and in the Senate they need 2 if they want to wrestle control from Republicans.
If early voting is any indication, be prepared to wait in line at your polling place. A record 35 million ballots have already been counted.
Our election team has fanned out across the country covering the tightest races. There are a lot of tight races and big issues facing voters.
We will begin with NBC White House correspondent Peter Alexander. He is in Leesburg, Virginia. Peter, good morning.
Hey, Hoda and Savannah, good morning to you. Democrats are counting on wins in districts like...
I know, because it's exciting. And coming up, from voter turnout to the wave of women running for office to the weather in those battleground Senate states, why this election day is already one for the record books. And we are live on the campaign trail with today's most critical battles.
Then Joanna Gaines, she stops by Studio 1A live. She's going to talk about milestones and babies, and she's going to share her favorite design tips when we see you guys a little later. But first, this is Today on NBC.
It's 7:30. It's Election Day. It's Tuesday morning, the 6th of November, 2018. And look at that. Polling places already seeing lots of folks. The lines are long. This is Atlanta, Georgia. Big governor's race there, among others. You may see long lines at the polls today. Get used to seeing that. And get used to seeing us right here. NBC News election headquarters right here. This is where the action is starting at 8 o'clock tonight.
All the results coming into this spot.
Yes.
They're dressing up the place.
Yeah.
Much more on the midterm's most heated contest in just a moment. First, though, a check of today's other headlines. The remains of a Utah mayor and National Guardsman killed while serving in Afghanistan.